Hey guys, so today I'm going to be killing Reqs on my live stream. Oh, not my live stream, what am I on about? My boss Livecom. And I'm going to be doing a trio with my two friends, Kieren and Pro King PVM. So these are pretty good Reqs, so thanks for them for letting me join the team just for this one trip. Because I know that we're in the middle of a duo. So just going in now. And the reason I've got my PM on is because obviously at Reqs you do FFA split in the majority of teams. So the way it works is that what we do is what am I about? We have PM on friends at least, so that when you get the drop, obviously it goes on your game feed, if you know what I mean, and that means everyone can see if you got the drop. So that means pretty much that it's impossible to scam. Is he gonna lure it up here or not? Clearly not. Yeah, because that's the method that people use nowadays, is to lure up to the north. There we go. You see, we all stand here, and this way, as soon as it does that jump at the middle bit, it just flies back up to the north after it's done it. And this way you don't get hit by the little fly attack thing that goes down the middle. You know what I mean? But generally this is only worth doing if you're in trio or duo. Other than that, it's not really worth it. Not 100% sure if it works in solo. I think it does. But yeah, so... Oh, already onto the minion, going pretty nicely. Not gonna lie, that's pretty fast open. Make sure I drink this special recover. But anyway, in this episode, I'm going to be discussing basically the trim completionist scope requirements. You asked for this like a couple of weeks ago, so I figured let's do this topic, and didn't want to miss out something that got a lot of thumbs up. And trim comp cape itself is, if you don't know, it's utterly useless. The only thing it does is add a little gold smoke trail to your cape instead of just the white one. And in my opinion, the gold one actually looks worse. So to me, it's something that I'd never really want. Obviously at first it was something that was really unique. Almost no player in game had one, because, well, I think when on race only one player had one, and I think it was kind of based off him, like what the requirements would be, because I think they wanted at least one person to be able to get it straight away, instead of having no one get it for a couple of months. Because obviously they added the 5k Castle Wars requirement, and that is basically the only requirement that takes a really long time. Well, there is quite a few requirements that do take a while, but that one in particular is obviously by far an extreme amount in comparison. Holy shit. Missed what happened there. Make sure I move off that spot. I don't want to be getting hit. So I switched to Swift gloves during this phase because it's not really, doesn't really matter to wear Goliath gloves because it's tanks on based on distance. So this phase is quite dangerous, and it's one that many people will die to on the first attempt because of the simple fact that them black shadow spots on the floor you've got to be really good at avoiding. Because you only get like literally, I think it's 2 ticks to avoid. Might be 1. So it is very quick to avoid it. You've got to be. Otherwise it will hit you for a huge amount of damage. But anyway, to go into the trim completionist requirements, other than Castle Wars, which everyone knows about and everyone knows that it absolutely sucks. Holy crap. That was an uber fail. Anyway, other than that, there is 4k chompy kills, which is like another quite a long one. Everyone knows it sucks to hunt chompies, and I'm probably doing a really bad job of luring this right now. Oh God's sake. Fuck off Reqs. There we go. Anyway, right, the 4k company kills takes quite a while because it can take many hours to do this because it's limited how much you can kill per hour, and it's a very tedious thing to do. It takes a while to complete, and just overall it's just a nuisance of a task to do. And really that is another one that people like hate quite a lot, and people tend to just avoid doing that other than going for the trim complicate. That is one thing that I don't like about the trim completionist requirements, that they are things that people don't normally do. Most of the things on the list, well, a few people will do them obviously, but most things on the list people will only ever do if they're actually going for the trimmed completionist cape, and that is the problem with the tasks, to be honest. It sums up how boring they are because no one sees the benefit in doing them otherwise. So in my opinion, that's a problem. Anyway, you need to start getting onto the blood phase now. Just lure it to the stairs. Because you got to do the blood. You got to do the blood phase at the stairs. And this what it does if it's near the landslide over here, is it doesn't spawn as many reavers. So that means the blood phase is a lot easier. Because if you don't know about the reavers, what the reavers do is they spawn each siphon, and after each siphon they die, and any HP they've got remaining gets healed onto Nexus HP. So that is why you've got to try and do as much damage to them as possible. And obviously, if there's only one, which it sometimes only spawns one if it's near the landslide, it's obviously going to heal less HP. So that's what's so great about them. We also use Dreadnips in duos or trios because it aids in killing the reavers. It'll do the extra damage while you're killing Nex. So you can do DPS on Nex while your reavers are still getting damaged. And obviously, Steel Titan is a prime example of something that's perfect, but then you don't have the yak. So that's why the Dreadnips are used. But going back onto the trim completionist requirements, the 4K champion kills, we all know they pretty much suck. There's many videos on YouTube of people doing this, and it's a very tedious task to do, and I doubt many people would do it for fun. I know a few people do like the hats. The highest hat looks pretty awesome, I think. A lot of people think that, and a lot of people get it just for that. But going into the other ones, there's a few little tasks like Scabarite research completed. If you haven't done the quest, what's it called? Is it Smoking Kills? The one that accesses Summon, the one that accesses like the Slayer Helm and stuff. Smoking Kills. Anyway, during that quest, you access the Scabarite research, and after the quest, you can go and kill the little monsters in the little dungeon, and what they drop is this research note. Quite commonly, it doesn't take too long. I've actually done it myself because I've actually wanted to get some of the trim cape myself, like some of the requirements. I'm never going to get the trim cape simply because of the fact I don't really want it. I mean, I don't like the cape in comparison to the normal one. I think this looks way better with the white smoke. Although, best of all, I think the Dungeoneering cape's the best. The 120 Dungeoneering cape with the black smoke looks amazing. But to be fair, I think on the trim cape you should be able to select what colour you want and be able to select any smoke, because that would be so much better. I mean, they're already customizable, why not be able to customize the smoke? Seems stupid, but oh well, nothing we can do about that. But the next one is to obtain the Shadow Sword. Now, I think that used to be a comp cape requirement, because I've done that, and I did it for comp cape. So I'm quite positive that was a comp cape requirement. I'm not sure, maybe I was just wrong when I got the comp cape and did that. But Shadow Sword's a little mini quest, and you get, basically the reward is a Shadow Sword, and it matches the ghostly robes. If you know what the ghostly robes are, like, you get them after Desert Treasure. I'm sure everyone knows what they are. The ghostly robes, where you like, you have robes on but you see through, so it's like transparent, like a ghost type thing. And basically the Shadow Sword matches them, and makes no sense considering the robes, and you should be using staff. It should be like a Shadow Staff, but oh well. It's a pretty cool mini quest, and it doesn't take too long to complete. So that one isn't too bad. Next one's the highest rune shop unlocked from Ali Morasane. Now, this is just revolves around doing a few tasks for Ali Morasane. He's situated in Al-Kharid, and basically, if you talk to him, he asks you to do a few tasks for him. And these tasks involve just running errands to shops, because he wants more stuff in his stock, so that he can sell more and make more money, because he's an angry merchant, basically. He's just like a typical businessman who's just obsessed with like being rich. Anyway, that's the moral of the story pretty much. And he just wants you to do lots of little tasks. The last one involves opening a chest, and that involves doing a Sudoku puzzle. And if you don't know how to do Sudoku puzzle, there's many like solvers online, but I don't mind doing Sudoku puzzles. But instead of with numbers, it's with runes, and I think that makes it more complicated because you forget the runes. Like with numbers 1 to 9, you can't possibly forget any of them numbers. Like if you just ran and think, oh, what's the number between 6 and 8? I think you'd be probably not playing RuneScape. But yeah, you get the idea. That's not too bad of a task. I mean, I've done that one. Not bad at all. Hot air balloon travel routes done. If you've done the quest Enlightened Journey, then what that quest is you go to Entron and you get the hot air balloon from Entron somewhere. I can't remember where. I think it's Taverley, the one you do automatically in the quest, and it's quite a tedious quest. And yeah, that's just, I found that quest very annoying, and the task is basically to unlock all the other routes. Now this resolves basically what you do, doing what you did in the quest, not to the same extent, because all you do is the bit where you do the hot air balloon, and basically you got to go up, down, or 2 down, up, 2 up, to avoid all the obstacles in the sky and get to the other side of the screen. It's very bad graphics, it's quite old content, but there's many guides on the internet. I know I just use the guide, because trying to do it without a guide would have just been annoying, you know. It's nothing worse than trying to do something without a guide that's just a tedious puzzle type thing. Because if you have no idea, it could take you many attempts to do it. No one wants that. So that's something I've done, it's not too bad. The next one is the Eagle transport route's fully unlocked. It took me ages to figure out how to do this one. And it's just because I didn't realise what you've got to do. There's a few places in RuneScape that the Eagle flies to. And basically you got to open the entrance. I know the one in Fairytales. Shit, I better get broke. Don't want to die there. It's hard when talking, you know. The skill's been quite slow. Like they were saying, like it's been 9 minutes. I think it's probably my fault because I'm not. It's like it's hard to do a perfect neck skill while commentating. So yeah, but so the Eagle transport one isn't too bad. It's just the result of putting a few vines up in Fellip Hills, pushing a boulder out the way in the top of the desert. But that's all it is. And the next one is the Polyvanich Slayer dungeon bosses. These ones, it's just Slayer bosses. If you did the quest where you killed like a mighty banshee, I think that's the one you killed. Or is it the mighty banshee? It might be another one. But you killed like a not the mighty banshee, like the mighty banshee boss type thing. It's like through a big portal, and there's 4 of them in that dungeon that you have to kill. Better get my Ring of Wealth on. That'd be embarrassing if this isn't my kill. I've got to complicate. They've got Evas or letters. Let's see if I get something, because none of the live comes so far. I've got something. And also, guys, make sure you post in the comments like what topic and boss you want me to do next week, because I do need good topics to discuss. Otherwise, the video is not very good, you know. Need good topics. Alright, it's dead. Let's see what the drop is. Oh, it's not mine. What a shame. No drop either, because it would have come up in game, like down in the game chat, because there's a world message, you know. I wonder what the drop is. I haven't said. Oh, he's training me. Pro loots, nature runes, and Toothhearth. What a winner that one is. You see, this proves that in a comp cape and stuff, I probably used a lot more supplies than I should have. Because I'm simply commentating, but I didn't use too many, it's just a trio. But yeah, going on to the next one, there's unlocked the ability to craft all Slayer items. So if you don't know, when you trade a Slayer Master, well, for the rewards, it has many little things it asks you to do. Well, not asks you to do, it has many things that you can unlock, like dealing quicker killing blows to gargoyles, and doing faster not gargoyle, what the hell, why do I keep bringing up gargoyles? Like making broad arrows and things. And basically you got to unlock all them. That just resolves around getting some Slayer points. And yeah, that's not too bad of a task. If you've done Slayer at 99, you'll have the tasks, you'll have the points enough to do it. And you'll probably unlock them already, so that task isn't too bad. But there's quite a few more requirements. A lot of them are smaller, and there's a lot of big ones, like Master White Knight. You've got to kill about 1.2k Black Knights. Not bad at all. Just there's a dungeon at the bottom of Taverley Dungeon, and you can just go through some doors, and there's a shit ton of Black Knights set up a cannon, and you can just rip them. It takes a couple of hours to kill them all. Very fast to do. The next one is like a flying broomstick to unlock. If you did a quest, it was a Halloween quest, and basically you can get a broomstick after you get it as a reward. And there's a few places you have to go and talk to get it enchanted, and eventually you get it enchanted so much that you can teleport to the Sorcerer's Garden. Now, you've probably seen all the bots using it. These are all the time. They teleport to Sorcerer's Garden and then go and loot the herbs. That's what the bots do. So they've all enchanted it. Not a bad requirement to do if all the bots are doing it. Really doesn't take long. I mean, I've done it before, so just get that spec underway. Yeah, I've done that one. It's a nice teleport to have as well, because it teleports you right to Shanty Pass, and it's actually the quickest way to get to Shanty Pass, so it's a very useful teleport. There's many useful teleports like that you have to unlock, like the Dorgish Corn's teleport spheres. They're very useful. And the next one is a very long requirement. This one literally took the piss. And you have to find all the hidden treasure from Making History. If you've done the Making History quest, you'll find out you get a key at the end of it, and this key you can scan and it'll basically tell you if you're standing on some treasure, and you have to find all these. And this is a very annoying task because it like tells you how hot the key is, so that's how you can tell how far you are away. But it is it takes forever because it's not the same for every player. It's the same locations but in a different order. And yeah, I don't know why somebody's saying, do I have a link for Fairytales live stream? No, I'm not doing a live stream. I know I said it at the start of the video by accident, but nope, that's not what I'm doing. But yeah, there's a guide on Wikipedia that tells you all the possible locations. So if you look on that, you have to go between all the locations and do it all. And it's just very, very annoying, not doing the lie. The next one is to achieve a 1250 conquest rank. Now what this involves is basically playing conquest and getting to a decent rank, so basically you gotta win quite a few games. And this unlocks the Void Deflector, so that is why it's a requirement. You also get ranked on the high scores once you get that. So don't stand on his spot. That would have been ridiculous. I think they're doing some tactic where you stand up here. Now I'm not sure because I don't really do too many trios. 4-man teams is a lot what I do. But yeah, there's a lot of pro lures that people do that I don't know about. Only the real pros do know them. But, oh shit. That wasn't very nice. When you get a big gap like that between like a shit ton of shadows, you can easily stand on 2 at once. Like you'll be running from one to the other and you can get hit by both of them, and it's basically an insta drop. Did you see I clicked there? You seen that? You see me click away and nothing happened. That's disappointing, Jagex. Anyway, going back to the requirements, obviously we just discussed Conquest. Not too bad of a requirement. I haven't actually done it myself because I've never owned Void, as I'm sure most of you know, and because you always complain like, where's your Void? How have you not got no Void? I think we're meant to be letting Cohen lure. They asked me to let Cohen lure, but there it is. I think it's done it. Anyway, we have the next requirement is to unlock the full power that Evander's Flail. And if you've done the Mauritania tasks, you'll know you've got to do the burning of the corpses. Now, these are via corpses, and basically what they do is to power up your Evander's Flail, and after 500 kills and burns, you get to the full power. Holy shit, no, don't put my Ring of Wealth on. That wasn't pleasant. So I've never done this lure before, where they just lure it near Umber but too far away to do much damage. So hence it stops. So hence you can kill Umber faster because you got all 3 people on it. So I get the idea. Pretty cool. Must make it a lot faster. I know there's like some teams will do kills in like incredible times in comparison to like most trios probably take 15 minutes plus, and then you get some pro trios that'll do it in 10-11 minutes and things at a top team anyway. So it is a vastly different, like between pros and just generally decent people. I can't close back because it's tanking me. Alright, close back now. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Go, 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 go. Switch that. Get my Dreadnib on the next Reaver. See, this is where you get summed up from how annoying fucking Dreadnips are. Holy shit. Better eat there. Don't want to die. See how difficult it is to actually talk about the Shrimp Complicate while nexting, because you have to be concentrating so hard, especially doing this Bloodface, because any mistake is really annoying. That's a very good Bloodface for a trio. Pretty fast. Pretty happy with that, I guess. Went down pretty good. I need to Reap Overload. Get my Dreadnip on this minion to speed it up. See, the Dreadnips do really help. You go through quite a lot though if you're using them on all the minions. Anyway, back to the requirements. So obviously you got the Evander's Flail, that's not too bad. And it just takes, it'll take a day, possibly, because it isn't quick to kill 500, but the burning's even slower. And I have got a burning guide on my channel if you haven't seen that. and it'll help you doing the little Mauritania task if you haven't done it. So the next one is to get mobilizing armies rewards unlocked to the maximum, which is actually rank 401, which is ridiculous considering the highest rewards of 300. But at 401, basically the only benefit is that you can bet more per game, so hence you can get faster rewards credits. And it made people think that basically they're going to add more rewards at level like rank 400 or 401, but they never have done that. So it's quite odd to me, but I think it's because mobilizing armies is so unpopular, they just didn't bother doing it. Because they didn't want to force people to train mobilizing armies to get the best rewards. So I understand, but it's weird having a requirement that doesn't really access any rewards. It's the same with it's the same with Castle Wars. Like the only reward is some stupid cosmetic cape. That is it, a cosmetic cape. So I don't see why you have to unlock things like that. I know it's a completionist cape and it involves doing everything, but it doesn't make much sense to require to do that. Oh, see, I had my Swift gloves on. That isn't good. Get the mage frown, don't want to get frozen. And yeah, so that's quite an annoying task. I mean, getting 300 is quite a long time. It's quite depressing getting that so that you can get your Onyx ring, because that's basically what you get this from. So it is worth doing because the Onyx ring is a very good ring, and basically everyone wants it because it does have the best stats for the ring slot, pretty much for no matter what else, no matter what you're doing. So typical. Look at my Dreadnought. This is what's so annoying. They're just really bad. They won't avoid the wall. They don't have any pathfinding. They just pretty much head directly for the creature. So if they get stuck in a wall, nothing you can do about it, which sucks quite a lot. The reason you use this spot is because, as you just seen, next can't melee here, so it jumps back and basically the containers can't hit you. So that's what's so great about it. But anyway, the next requirement is defeated all the champions. So this basically means getting all the champion scrolls. Now this is probably the second longest requirement, as it involves going to do your all your champion scrolls, and that's a lot of killing. The drop rate's insanely rare. It's 1 in 5k chance of getting a drop. So I mean, it is quite a tedious task because you can get very unlucky sometimes, and that requires basically a lot of time and patience. I'm sure you've all heard of people trying to go for it. It is not a fun task to some people, but some people don't mind it because it's all you're doing is killing some creatures, and it will go through a lot of cannonballs, etc., because you're killing low level creatures and you will kill them very quickly. So getting 5k kills doesn't normally take too long, and by 5k kills you've got a good chance of actually getting one. But the next requirement is completing all the court cases. That isn't bad. Best way to get a court case is just the fee from the Alcarid guards in Alcarid, obviously, just south of the glory tally. They're great for dropping them. They drop them very often. It won't take you long at all to even get one. Oh. Ooh, good claw specs. Not gonna lie. So that's not a bad requirement. The court cases are pretty fun. Apart from you just hold spacebar and follow a guide, it makes it really easy. The next task is quite tedious, to complete all 25 chimp ice deliveries. That task is like, if you've done the quest Do No Evil, you'll have done one in the quest, and I know a lot of people find this very difficult. And after a while you obviously pick up the of how to do it quickly, and by the time you do 25 you'll be very good at it. But it's not a fun task, it really isn't. And I haven't done that one, and I'm not planning on, because it's just a task that isn't fun. So I actually find the tasks quite fun otherwise. There's quite a few tasks left, and most of them are just buying all the DG rewards. You've got to get all the circus clothing from the circus, obviously. That's not too bad, you just got to do it weekly. Aim for the certain amount of points you want. I have got a guide on my channel if you want to see that. The next one is to find all the rewards from the Artisan's Workshop. That doesn't take too long, you just got to train there. If you get 99 there nowadays, you'll easily get the Royal Cannon, which costs I think it's 2 mil XP you've actually got to get all the points that you need, but I'm not 100% sure. Almost got this kill down now. Ring switch, just in case it's mine. Don't actually think it's mine. But the next one is to complete all the barbarian training. That's not too bad at all, and most players have actually done this before, because you have to do it to actually jump down the waterfall into the ancient cavern. But there's now new ways to get into there, obviously with the I'm not sure if the ferocious ring tally's in there, but yeah, the ferocious ring tally's in there, but I don't think you can get it without going in. Oh, so it's bruise. I'm not too sure, but most players have done it, and it's not too bad of a requirement. But the next one is a very annoying one, which kind of follows on from that. It's to find all the barbarian notes. Now, all the creatures in the ancient cavern do drop these notes. I think myth dragons have the best drop rate, and when you get it, it'll be an ancient page. Now, I think there's 23 pages, and you got to get them all to fill your book up. However, the problem is that once you've got a page, you can get it again. So getting 25 of a relatively rare drop is very annoying, and people can be there for ages having like tons of page 1 and none of the others. So you can see the problem with that one. It's just annoying. So the next one is to do your Shattered Heart for all the weeks until you get your house statue. So that involves, I think it's 30 weeks you got to do it, so it's almost a year. It's not too bad to do. Getting the rocks can be fun. It depends on what your style of playing is. If you do enjoy doing a little bit of skilling every week, and just doing, you got to do a little bit of each skill. Sometimes though they are very tedious to get, because you can just go for ages without getting one, just really unluckily, and it's just very annoying. But not too bad of a requirement, I guess, because by the time you do all them, you'll have done the other requirements, if you get what I mean. So 30 weeks gives you time to do your Castle Wars games and other things, so it's not too bad at all, I guess, in that regard. Now the rest of them is just to earn the Via Lord, Via Lady title after Branches of Darkmere. That just revolves around doing a few more tasks in the place of Darkmere, so that's not too bad. Visit the top of Dominion Tower, so that involves getting all the achievements in Dominion Tower, which involves getting all the journal pages. However, on your way to 500 kills, you should easily get these, and you should have no problem getting that. And you also need to spectate a match, and make sure you do that first. You want to make a Zaros symbol in the Char's Training Cave. Now, I've also got a Char's Training Cave guide, which was released a long time ago. It's one of the earliest videos on my channel. So if you want to do that, you can easily find that. It's not a hard one to do. The next one is to kill a Sunfreet in the Dominion Tower. This is like the second newest requirement. And this basically... I need to switch to my claws so I can spec. I've always thought it was there to stand, but he just said 1 Easter. I think it's here. Anyway, let's claw spec. Special restore pot. Claw spec again. That was a decent spec. Oh, my phone's going off. And why did I just pick the Swift gloves? I do not know, but hey. Oh, did you see that? I hit a max hit with Ruby. That wasn't a claw spec. Pretty cool, pretty cool. 45, not bad at all. And so killing a Sunfreet, it's quite a difficult boss to do if you don't know what you're doing, but you just gotta use your Goliath gloves as your weapon, and it's very easy after that. You work very, very good. As long as you've had a few practices and you know where the fire falls, you can avoid all that. And although the bad thing is there's no reward otherwise, apart from a cosmetic little thing added to your Dominion marker. But that's it, you just get a little skull and skull bones on it or something. But the newest requirement, which is actually released with the Runespan, is to achieve maximum rank in the Runespan. So you need a Steam rank 1, and that is a very annoying task. I mean, 211k. Now, it doesn't take too long. I don't think it's too long, and considering Runespan's AFK, it's not bad at all in comparison to Castle Wars. However, the problem with it is the fact that basically it is pointless. The only reward from it is actually just it's purely cosmetic. It just adds a little thing onto your Wicked Hood, just a little pattern, and that is it. It's just to show off, and to me that shouldn't be a requirement in my opinion. I know it says completing the game, but how is getting some cosmetic item on your cosmetic pattern on your Wicked Hood like completing the game? I just think that's stupid as a requirement. Considering most of Trim players already had 99 runecrafting, forcing to play after 99 runecrafting, it seems a bit weird, because most of the players who already had 99 runecrafting did it a harder way, especially the Trim Comcapers who already did it ZMI and things. So it's not like they haven't earned it. I don't get it, but I don't agree with that requirement. To be honest, I don't agree with their Steam ranks even being added. I think they're quite a stupid requirement. Well, I think they're a stupid addition, because I don't see the point in them at all. But oh well, guys, that's gonna end. That's all the Trim Comcape requirements, and that's gonna end my little discussion about the Trim Comcape. I hope this has been a useful insight, or maybe not useful, but yeah, hopefully you enjoyed my little discussion of the Trim Comcape requirements. And so that's going to be the end of the video, guys. and I hope you've enjoyed it. Please don't forget to post in the comments a topic and boss for me to kill next week. Pick anyone you want. I don't have to solo it, I can do it for a team if you want. Or obviously Nex is very difficult to solo. Can't really do live commentary while doing that. Even struggled trio man. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video.